World Card Game Federation here with another not local match. This is going to be Grand Kai round 3. Actually a very interesting match, one where you see some stupendous misplays by myself. I was running my quick running MPPV Piccolo, so I thought my chances were good, but boy was I wrong. Andrew here, of course, you've seen him in other videos. He's going to be running Blue Resolute Krillin, still one of the stronger decks out there, takes advantage of pretty much everything about it. Apparently we kept on time back and forth. Interesting thing to have happen.
That seems fair.
Okay, Andrew ultimately does win the first the roll and gets to go first. So it looks like he drew some non-combats. There we go, blue dominance.
They spawned together, and Piccolo's henchmen and fought Krillin? No, there never was a director.
Okay. Oh, a couple of key things about that particular battle is, since the whole point of mine is to run for MPPV, flat out, I can't say this enough, I managed to get blocked at every stage. We'll make it clear as we go. Yeah, he passive rejuvenates Krillin's command man. Very effective, does a heck of a lot of interesting things. So, unfortunately, in early game, Busy the Past and Growth. Growth is fine, Busy the Past early game is pointless. I do keep the other card in my hand. My apologies, I lost sight of it there. I'm going to double check and see what I have in my hand. Goes back over to Andrew. Andrew looks like he drew some excellent cards for dealing with the likes of me. In fact, that's probably worth going in on. I probably would blue dominance up to level 2.
He did the stuff I didn't want to do. You want him to do the, what you call it? He did the deck counts and all that shoot I didn't want to do.
We're just talking about some of the fellows who came and helped out for Grand Kai, which really appreciated. They did a lot of the deck counts, all that fun stuff that I didn't want to do. Okay, he does declare combat. He does not activate blue dominance. I drew a handful of things. He throws his level 1 energy attack, which I don't recall. I think it summoned something. Oh, apparently I drew no energy blocks. Fantastic. I know but this particular deck wasn't particularly high on them to begin with. So unfortunately I do get rid of the focus assault, which is a bad thing for me. Then it goes back over to me, and in my hand looks like I'm carrying at least 2 physical blocks, a wall breaker, and I can't make out this one.
I guess I'll hit you with a wall breaker. It doesn't matter much.
Okay, wall breaker hits him. It's not a heck of a large hit.
96,000 puts me at C.
Okay, C to C, we 2 stages on a hit. He would not really care because more than likely he's going to go and just grab an ally with his next move and have extra power stages off the 18 to be able to throw the remainder of his attacks. That is how I would do it. He's going to throw an overpowering attack, like I said, which is what I would have done. I would have then fished out 18, threw into play, and make sure I have my power stages to keep throwing my attacks. Also, he's carrying a shifting maneuver, which means that he can go ahead and stop any attack he really needs to. Already I'm not playing this wisely, and like I said, had this been a slightly different matchup, if you guys think about it for a second, I would have rocketed off of level 1 in 1 action. I would have stopped it with knee blocks and stopped it with forces block, and rejuvenated and got 4 or 5 anger off of 1 action. Pretty impressive. Okay, so 18, I'm sorry to say, at this point, guys, way back in May, I had not seen the Ender 18 ally in actual combat. I'd seen her knew what her abilities were basically, but I needed to know details.
Yes, and if you do.
So basically, she tries to leave the play. She goes shuffle back instead. If you're in, if you're in Piece Krillin. And of course, she just has a standard either or. Okay, so it'll be 5 live cards. So I get to take an early game hit here again. I have decent amount of endurance, but still do banish it off for endurance. Come back over to me. I would probably, I guess I could rejuvenate. The problem if I rejuvenate is the head knock is going to go to the remainder in a second. My girlfriend's sitting next to me during this fight. Okay, let's see. He ditches blue shifting maneuver to draw a card, a wise idea to keep pressing his attack. He grabbed a Yamcha, which is, I guess there's some irony there, grabbing Yamcha being useless. Yeah, he goes back over to me. Oh, what am I holding? Is that Shoulder Slam? It's Shoulder Slam. He throws out a Krillin's Command Man, knocks me to 0. apparently blows up a Visit in the Past. Fantastic.
Power stages, it's going to be whatever you are.
I genuinely don't remember that.
And then 5 life.
Okay, so it takes some power stages, and that goes all the damage. So as far as that goes, I'm staying...
Shoulder slam you, now that it's 0 and I goofed that up.
Okay, it's AT0 or AT1 maybe.
Which would be
0. So I remember AT, I'm at 0.
Unless he was an A as well.
Pretty sure it's double 0.
So I raised my anger 1 level, my first anger of this whole combat. Yeah, everybody can see I got short circuited here. And the head knock for this one.
6 life.
So head knock, of course, would have been a problem here.
I'll stop with knee block.
Yeah, stop with knee block, and I do the dumb one because I should have actually thrown it the other way around, and then I would have gotten stages and gained anger, and then gotten stages, rejuvenated, raised my anger. I would have gotten 3 anger in 1 move had I simply chosen the other option.
At the end of combat,
Okay, combat's over here. So you guys are seeing key errors here. I should have went with forceful block, instead of knee block. I guess I didn't know for sure his attacks were done, but really with that energy barrage, why should I have thought for 1 second that there was going to be any more physicals coming? So yeah, forceful block would have left me and leave that action with 3 anger. Stages, rejuve.
Keep going. Oh gosh, this is the one I told you about.
So he's going to go ahead and bring in that one particular setup that does the ally summoning and all that sort of thing, which is pretty handy. You know, the one that was made for the gaining tours. Sort of. It's made for all allies, but of course works well.
Pull from everywhere and use it anytime.
Okay, and I'm going to say that Andrew very much so drew me into that combat as I had a dead hand from getting down. Yeah, actually, I just realized something. Had I thrown forceful block, I would have had 3 anger, and then had I used Namekian growth, I actually could have gotten 2 anger and exploded off of level 1. Got to there, ditched any other dead cards in my hand. Yeah, I made some crucial errors there. Okay, I do pass rejuvenate, put a Visit in the Past out into play. Very familiar set of actions. I also have.
Killed out there for a second.
Yeah, and if I had activated Namekian growth, I would have most likely been able to hit that knee block. No, it wouldn't have been quite right. Because I was knee block in my hand, I would have had to ditch it on level 2. Silly stuff. Neither here nor there. It goes back with Andrew. Andrew powers up his ally, powers up Krillin. I doubt he's going into combat. However, he will, of course, hold on to his banish zone. Hold on to Heroic Energy Sphere, as if I remember correctly, he does have those continuously throughout this particular game. So we're going to go ahead and count how many turns he's going to hold on to Heroic Energy Sphere. He's going to go ahead and hold on to it now, so this counts as turn 1. So you guys know, of course, if you put away a shifting maneuver, I really should have caught on. He was holding either time or something similar. I believe this deck had a Heroic Energy Sphere, but I don't think I saw it this game. Ooh, terrible. Really bad. So I'm going to pass rejuvenate this one. And apparently I put away my own sphere. Woo! Not the smartest thing I ever did. Woo! Okay, so it goes back over to Andrew. Andrew puts out Blue Blockade, which is just a block. Recuperating Drill, that's the one entering combat, raises the lower player's anger.
Excuse me. Discard a card, that's right. It's the duplicate drill, that's right.
And I believe it lets you duplicate an attack, if I'm thinking of the right card. Which could be pretty neat. Now, an interesting thing about this particular Blue Krillin build, Blue Resolute Krillin, is it sets up a board. It is strongly rewards itself for staying, out of combat. And yet, when you go into combat, you can do some significant damage. Okay, if you look at the way this is built, and also it should have occurred to me at this point that I'm pointlessly using. Yeah, see, there you go. And I do passively raise my anger 1 for rejuvenate knee block. That's neat. But when you start to think about it. I have no point to hold on to Visiting the Past as long as I did, because so help me, I'll never get to use it. He will not go on the aggressive pretty much at all. So yeah, I want to say I'm still holding on to a Piccolo's Weighted Clothing absolutely pointlessly. It would have been better to ditch it, leave it in the discard pile as insurance for later. And, make sure that's how that ends up going. So, you guys know, of course, Andrew at this point does a lot of slow play. He does, like this kind of thing. It takes him a while. So, he does, however, put out Bulma. Bulma is going to go ahead and grab, I want to say, I can't think of the name of that card all of a sudden. It's the energy block that rejuvenates 3. He's going to go and have her hold that, which is actually a really wise idea because I could really, really abuse that. So he pass rejuvenates Pesky Barrage, goes back over to me. Yeah, there's not a lot of... see, this is going to be an interesting bad hand. So what I'd probably go ahead and do is I'd probably go ahead and go on the offensive with this. Because like I said, I should have put 2 and 2 together with this, and apparently I don't. Apparently I'm an incorrigible goof. I pass, I rejuvenate sidekick. I leave lots of events in the discard pile so I can grab them apparently, what my thought was with busy in the past. I think I'm just used to hyper-aggressive physical combat and all my strategies were just lame. Yeah, this is me, the lack of observation skills. He puts out another setup for the allies. It's not terribly needed. It's mostly just there to basically to keep pulling out 18 in case for any reason he has to shuffle it back here. That's really the whole point. So he has to stay out the way. Okay, like we said, he generally is very passive, so he's going to put away Krillin's command man and attack over 3. And apparently I just will not set up a hand. Now I have a decent hand going here, but I should have known something would be up. So you think the strategy is to offensively use is in the past. Okay, I do declare combat. I offensively use that one. I grab waste hybrid defense. Okay, so I have 1 anger at this point. I'm not sure if I.
You have any anger currently? Recuperating or your anger?
Okay, so we get a nice one entering combat, recuperating drill, pinning me down. But it wouldn't make a lot of sense, you guys. I messed up. I saw now that first combat I could have got off of level 1. Terrible. Ridiculous. Okay, he draws his 3. And I have the opening move. Yeah, banish weighted clothing for 2. That's my first action. Don't tell me. Oh, confrontation.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Okay, so confrontation. I was going to say blue head knock. So we got time, we got hybrid defense, we got chin grab, we got chin grab. So basically I should make it off of level 2 this combat unless he has like more than 1 blue head knock. So he's gonna have me hold on, and this is where I sort of got, like we said, I tried to do my best to pay attention. I want to say my observation skills improved for a couple seconds here, because I was suddenly where I was like, okay, he ends up having me shuffle in a hybrid defense. I want to say, no time. Okay, and I said, okay, that makes sense so far. I'm going to shuffle that in. And that was his action. It goes back over to me. I really should be throwing a chin grab at this point. My guess, though, he's going to go ahead and block it when I throw a chin grab, and then he's going to go ahead and... oh, yeah, this is me. Yeah, just noticing that knee block was just a hair out of reach for... what the heck is it?
I guess it's hybrid defense. Making ready to rejuvenate the top 4. Do it in the right order.
So yeah, you're gonna love it. I managed to rejuvenate these in the just enough to where I just barely missed knee block for that effect. So I raised my anger 2 levels, 1 for Piccolo's level 1 power, 1 for Namekian knowledge, and head knock, head knock, head knock. Wait, what's the third card? Maybe I'm wrong about that. Okay, so
now, first we ran all of this stuff. It does 5 or more.
It does 5.
There we go.
Which should not be tied for an episode with it. And
okay, so he's starting off Krill's level 1, figuring out the damage. I want to say it's 5 or 6, something like that. It goes back over. Oh, I'm going to take the damage. And I take the damage, which again, I should have played hybrid defense. And I take a little bit of damage there. Energy block stays in the discard, which is kind of neat, I guess. And apparently I lose an anger on the hit, which was really, really dumb of me. I chin grab and level regardless, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and level because I get 1 for the mastery, 1 for Krillin level 1. So whether it hits or not is irrelevant at this point. I am now level 2. And I could have darn near been level 3, folks. So yeah, this one was more or less mine to lose. I still have this deck. At some point I definitely want to play it again. But you know me, I have to play Piccolo. So I assume he's going to have Ender 18 stop it. There's not really a reason to take it. Oh, apparently he is going to take it.
C3. So it's, how much is it? 6 total? Or 8 total, because you have +2.
I do have a damage buff on this level, so if he does take the hit, it's going to be like 8 stages. And he does take it exactly to 0. I do rejuvenate a second card, raise my aggro level, miss the knee block again. I am the king. So at this point, I don't know that he has a heroic energy sphere in his hand. If I drew that, I would have just pitched hybrid beams.
And then he requires you to shuffle something in as a hit.
Okay, so he's going to go ahead and fire off Yamcha, and this is me probably going to, and there it is, heroic energy sphere. There we go. It stops it, rejuvenates one, and that was my action, so I get to take the damage, and he gets to do the hit on good old Yamcha. And apparently I'm too good for banishing this card for endurance. So I took my hit, then back over to me.
I guess Yamcha can.
Okay, Yamcha's going to go ahead and shuffle himself, a wise move. Yeah, I probably would have pushed in one of them Ginyu setups. We don't need to. So Yamcha would still be out for comboing. You know, that's my thoughts. Okay, so.
Banish the top card of my opponent's discard pile. Draw a card, discard a card. Oh, jeez.
Use Piccolo's power.
And if it's styled, I
Looks like I dropped a sidekick, I guess because I know 18's out there, so he basically has a lock in his pocket 24/7.
Teams of 4, 6.
I did pitch it, so I got to raise my anger and gain some stages, so that does work. I don't think he has any attacks left. And his duplicating powers won't work because it wasn't an attack. He's going to go ahead and pitch some mastery, that's just a bad idea. Probably a good idea.
Throw a chin grab, rejuvenate card.
I do my chin grab, I rejuvenate one.
18 plus 5.
Android scene. No rejuve.
Okay, she does stop it. No extra anger on the hit. Honestly, I don't know how he stops me at this point. I should. Stylish pose. Ah, there we go. He's going to go ahead and pull out Yamcha, or I forgot the other ally he carries. It has been a little too long since this match.
What's what?
Oh, why is it?
Why is it? Yeah, that should be. Oh, it's the one that I used.
Yeah, and then I banished it right after with the Piccolo power.
So this is banished? Yeah.
That should be, oh, that is your banish.
Yeah, I always do.
Okay. So Banish Zone he wants to go ahead and put up front, which is not a bad idea. If you guys have played in high-level play with certain people who are keen to try to shuffle and banish cards back in their life deck, yeah, it's better to have that. Okay, he's going to go and bring Yamcha back out, which I guess is just as good. You know, you can either use the card to pull Yamcha or have, you know, like I said, Yamcha shuffle himself and then pull it back, which is also, like I said, it's the same way to get to the same thing.
At least for the moment. Sure. Over to you.
Yeah, let's see. I don't know if he has any other moves left. I see what might be a second shifting maneuver in his hand. Okay, he's going to try to...
If an ally performs a physical, does it lose their level?
Yes, because they're the ones considered to be doing it.
Okay, I will use blue recuperating drill.
Okay, he does use blue recuperating drill to go ahead and duplicate it. He pitches a confrontation to do it.
So it'd be +3. I'll have the team do it.
It'll be AT plus 3 and a life. So it's not too terrible. So I would take 3 power stages and a life.
4 stages, 1 life.
And then this will get the card to be rejuvenated because it's already been discarded for this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So 4 stages.
So 4 stages in life, confrontation goes back in his
Get the
deck.
second.
He does get the hit, so he gets the rejuvenation on that one, so he actually rejuvenates twice.
Good thing allies have memory. That'd be the same otherwise.
Well, Roku is still in the deck.
Okay, so something that's very wise to note is that had I, like you said, done nothing differently, had my opponent done nothing differently, and I simply did something differently, I would actually be level 3 with 2 anger right now, and have my giant physical attack and all that fun stuff. But no, I shot myself in the foot. It's taking a little while to resolve a relatively simple thing. He is going to go ahead and pull out blue key buildup or blue key
squished
buildup.
together. This is blue key buildup. You know blue key buildup? Yeah, blue key buildup. It's a
Yeah, very large attack. If he does use it, it would be like 8 life cards. I'd be in some real trouble. But that was an end of combat thing, so then it goes back over to me. Like I said, level 2, decent cards, not great. I could probably, under most circumstances, make them work. Like pressuring a physical damage deck into combat. I probably could pitch the physical block for Piccolo's power. Really bad idea. Because he's going to go ahead and use the whatchamajigger drill over here. And all of a sudden, it's like, really, Mario, how'd you forget?
I could do stuff. I just don't want to.
Blue recuperating drill, excuse me.
I realized the way I play Dragon Ball now is the way you play shooting games.
You,
First in, guns firing, no questions asked.
Hey, what happened?
I won because he missed my.
No.
Yeah.
He was like, I had this ball I was holding, but I dropped it.
He needed to throw the final flash.
So we're taking a necessarily long time here. Sorry, folks. Normally I would just go ahead and snip this out, but if you didn't know, I actually do these recordings live. There's not really much of anything that goes on afterwards. So I guess we'll just talk a little bit about the state of the board. He's got a significant amount of board out there. He's got 2 standard blocks. He's locked out one of my blocks. He's got blue dominance out should he ever need to pull out more drills, which would be unlikely, but he could. Okay, so I foolishly declared combat. I'd already caught what we're doing. And I said if he was going to do blue dominance. So he's going to go ahead and blue dominance up to level 2, which is a much more effective form for our particular battle. Yeah, recuperating would normally have left play, but because of what's going on, he has to go ahead and come back into play.
You finally remember why I hated so much?
2 years later. Well, I mean, I used to use it when it came out. I got the shit out of it. Did I recuperate it?
Yes.
Yes. It has been used.
And I do have still have the first action. We're just waiting for him to go ahead and minus 3 in response. Hey, it finally goes over to me. And blue dominance is banished after use. I use my Piccolo power, banish the top card of his discard pile, draw a card, discard a card. I draw because it was this one I get to gain some stages. I drew a very helpful confrontation, hopefully, and I didn't see if he had a sphere just yet.
No. Do it.
I just draw all 3 chin grabs this game. That's kind of neat.
Where are my other confrontations?
I was really hoping that if I lost out and got a bye, I'd get my 1-1 off the bye.
Now the obvious choice is to go ahead and get rid of confrontation on my side. Nothing else is really as big a danger.
Still remaining somehow. Oh, could you tell a check on the screen? Yeah, see what's going on.
So, like we said, the obvious target here is going to be confrontation, and yes, you guys are noticing the slow play thing. So, before anyone comments in the comment section, yes, I'm aware of it.
Well, I know you're packing a sphere, so one of yours is not an attack.
Oh,
Still
yeah.
have some stuff on the board, though. That's tricky.
I'm just making an observation, noticing that by his card choice and what he chose to send back into my life deck must mean that he's carrying another heroic energy sphere. Rejuvenate a card, raise my anger 1 level on the immediate effect of Chin Grab. And of course, like you said, he's got 2 blocks out there. There's not really much of a question if he's not.
Android 18 subs it. Let me see if I want to use your other effect.
If you're going to shuffle her back in or not.
Key build up for 8, lower your anger 1.
Ah, there we go. Here we go. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to go on a long no endurance streak. There it is. Both spheres fell out and virtually no endurance. Fantastic. So I got critical damage and I got my anger lowered all one shot. Fantastic. Also, my deck has produced 2 energy blocks the whole game. So basically, if you stored energy, I've taken it this whole fight.
I'm seeing how long you're going to hold on to this. Like, are you really going to dump other stuff?
This is where I told him I knew he had sphere in his hand. And I was saying, how long are you going to hold on to that sphere?
I will mastery.
It's not mind reading when you already just know it. Oh, he drew. What is that? Is that another heroic energy sphere, or is that a? I can't read it. Is it a destructo disc? No, it's 2 spheres. So he drew all 3 heroic energy spheres in one game.
It's awful. I was like, I gotta get that in there.
At least it's at 3.
I will use recuperating drill.
So you pitch it to throw whatever at third you like.
That's a physical that
Oh,
shoot one.
Yes.
So he's going to go ahead and do a recuperating drill, do a copy effect. I cannot wait to build a good, strong copy deck. So he does pitch it and discards it and gets rejuvenated with recuperating
I'll
drill.
play this. What's your spirit? Come on, pull it out. Do it. Do it. You got it there.
So I just made a small observation that the reason he would have left the cards that he had after confrontation would have been if he was
The only
here
reason you
holding a
can never leave a
spear.
hybrid defensive map is if you have a spear to do it. That's the only
Does
reason.
this one get rejuvenated or with this? Would this still be up?
It's still in place.
Yeah, so, yeah, sorry, it's not like scrap out of it.
Okay, so he of course resolves the rejuvenation effect. Heroic energy sphere, it does stop my hybrid defense, and I do take a small amount of stages. You know,
Just go for it. I just wanted to time. Just wait for time.
No, there I was going to say, weight clothing. No.
And draw.
It does.
FX. I don't remember what it was.
Energy, or, oh, my mistake. I'm on level 2. No, I have nothing.
a
I'll read it anyways, though. Yes, you're right. Plus power per battle damage and at the end.
oh, that's right. Resolving Pro level 2's into combat effect where he gets to search out a setup.
This is Krillin.
Now, we said that this is kind of somewhat of an odd move. Obviously, it helps you to target a bunch of stuff from early sets. You know, like that's kind of the point. Your later sets should help
Oh, there's the
build up earlier sets, especially if it's underused. So he's able to pull out a lot of setups. So you get your key build up, you got your blockades, you know, stuff I would do.
Yeah, the quickness.
Okay.
Now getting 2 stages from energy.
So of course the Anaconda does gain 2 stages, which means the whole point of that one, of course, if anybody remembers playing Krillin back in the olden days, you'd end up having to try to stage lock him. That was really the way you traditionally dealt with black style Krillin from the olden years, prime days of this game. This whole powers, of course, are made to very lightly address that shortcoming. So the Anaconda gets 2 stages, for the heavy equipment set. Ooh, he has good old mental drill, and I cannot. There we go. Okay, visit the past, mental drill, and then wow. I think he's going to hold on to that one particular discard a card, perform an energy attack card, because drill rather, because it will be good drill. Discarding fodder for combat. He may not generally need it at this point, and it would be kind of silly and look kind of silly to go into combat with no cards in his hand. And of course, he's got visiting the past galore, so in case he's got to grab some more spheres. So we've seen all 3 spheres this game, and he's used them twice.
Pass no rejuvenation.
I have 2 spheres in my deck. Okay, Namekian growth goes into play. I'm going to go past rejuvenated focus assault. That's the end of that story. Power up a bit. My turn ends very quickly. Well, if you know your deck well enough and you're experienced enough, generally a turn doesn't need more than 30 seconds. Which, of course, if you guys are wondering, yes, we are going to enforce the 30-second per turn rule in any future major tournaments we do. Slow play, of course, we get warnings.
To perform an energy
So
attack.
someone lets you duplicate an energy, not duplicate, generate an energy attack with a discard. So not too bad, not too
How
bad.
many levels are there?
18. It would have been 20 if John had made a perfect 20.
No, I like the buy. It's the beginning of my winning streak, right?
Ooh, Drew gets a head knock. Holy cow, for a second. I'm sorry, I heard my girlfriend's voice. I was a little distracted. Let's see, he put away this one so much. Gee, holy, if he's going to pull a head knock. So I got another time, a hybrid defense, a Piccolo's weighted clothing. It's all really nice. I should probably go into combat, go ahead and ditch weighted clothing for my Piccolo power, and then, excuse me, and then go ahead and use it as my next action. The only catch is it doesn't generate any anger off of it, or else it would be a neat little combo. I get to 4 anger in 2 actions. I don't know if I should open up with a rejuvenation, because I think one of the blocks are far too deep. Oh, the problem is if I force him to combat, he's just going to go ahead and pull out spheres, and at this point, if I let him come after me, he should have no heroic energy spheres. What? So blue mental drills out, which is real silly.
Which one?
The map.
So I got a handful of events, and he's got like 2 spheres in the discard pile. So he's going to go ahead and most likely grab either 1 or 2.
I don't think there's a second. That's not on your hand, though. I don't remember
Funny
if that's
part is when you were
And I can hear my buddy James over there having a heck of a fight with Napa, or using Napa. Okay, so waiting to see what's going on here. Not real sure what he's debating. If he wants to grab a card for pushing offense, he can do that. If he wants to push a card, like grab Blinding Energy in case he needs to get out of combat.
power level
900,000.
over 900,000.
No, yeah. No.
What, 9,000?
Grabs Krillin's Command Man, not necessarily a bad choice at all.
Lower your weight. You're at 0, right?
Oh, no, I'm at
So I did have 1 anger, so he's going to go to Recuperating Drill, 1 entering, and he's going to go ahead and draw his cards.
Could it have been stopped? Yes.
Let's see, looks like he's got a physical block,
Oh, you couldn't stop.
which is amazing. A physical block show just in time.
Oh, you got
Yeah, so I do Piccolo power, I get to draw a card and discard a card. Okay, so I did ultimately do my little play. I discarded Piccolo's weighted clothing, I don't get any anger or anything, but I do grab a card. So a little bit of hand filtering. And now I have 3 events in my hand, 3 important events. So here's the thing, I'm going to go and most likely throw next good old confrontation at him. And the thing is, he'll have to sphere it or he'll lose his confrontation in his hand. Not confrontation, excuse me, his sphere. So it's a lose-lose. He should probably right now either throw an energy attack,
You know, had I remembered to use juice before I left that
like a Destructo Disc, but I'm not sure if he's trying to.
Right.
Yeah, I would have died the moment before that, because I would have been dead.
Because remember, I was
Key
just
build
one
up.
attack
Lower your
away.
anger 1.
I think he throws blue key build up.
Painful, right?
I'm waiting for him to use the sphere. So he can choose to use the sphere, he can choose not to use it, but the problem is, right here, I would go and target 2 key cards and get 2 anger for my trophy.
So you only have 1.
A dangerous move you've been playing there. Dangerous game, excuse me.
Yeah, probably.
So there you go. Unless you have 2 and you're going to try to sphere a confrontation. You just have
I
to
don't think I see 2 heroic energy spheres in his hand.
Yeah. Oh, I don't reach
It's an interesting little combat if you didn't see my hand.
No, yeah, like I said, if I was running my clock. There we go. Heroic energy sphere.
And then you said
I think Andrew just forgot to rejuvenate.
3, 4, 3.
I think I ran into some decent endurance, didn't take a whole lot of damage from that move.
Let's see that hand, boy.
Very fair.
Wow, that's tough. Pesky or Destructo Disc? Destructo Disc is an instant one. No, at least with, yeah. No, Mara, put away Destructo Disc. If you throw up time now, you can stop all those attacks. It wouldn't even matter as Destructo Disc goes shoot through it. Oh, major shot in the foot again. At least I caught it a second later, but I'm committed to the move now.
Fantastic. But over a pair of peskies or red. So that was my move.
Look at 2 more attack. You enter.
Mute it. No, yes. Am I wrong?
You enter.
Oh yeah, I entered because Mandy burned 2 visiting the past.
Back of my time. And use some stuff.
Mastery.
He's going to go ahead and pitch a card.
Not a bad idea.
Physical block, not a bad idea. Considering he's got 18 out, it really doesn't matter.
I'm going to go ahead and hit you with a Crushing Slam.
So Crushing Slam, of course, shuffles the top 2 cards. I raise my anger 1 level for the shuffle, nothing
You
crazy.
better darn it. So it's an 18 plus.
Through 1 with your TP, and then 10. I'm pretty cool.
So he is going to go ahead and take the hit after all. That's interesting. He really has 18.
Because your MP makes it +2.
Yeah.
So that'd be 7 total.
We got plenty of stages around. Allies, all kinds of
Puts me 3 above.
Okay, so I do hit him. He's 3 above 0. Nothing major happens here. Though I should probably activate growth, I would imagine, just depending on what's going on here. So, will Andrew shoot neck beam in order to force me to use time? Maybe.
Current anger 0.
Is what? From the shuffle.
KDD.
Okay, Destructo Disc, like you said, yeah. See, this is why I should have put Destructo Disc back in and let him go nuts and wail at me with pesky barrages and waste all of our time. But no. And I do activate Namekian Growth. I go ahead and rejuvenate by 1 for my trouble.
Android 18 pays for a neck beam.
Roll neck beam is stopped by time. He did it. Apparently, I'm just playing the sucker today, just falling into every single trap one could fall into.
Alright. We're going to go ahead and weigh the clothing, sir.
Okay, I do banish weighted clothing, and then I should just remember that he has all the stuff. He's got the Kamehameha out there. Oh no, time's up. So I guess he could just hurl to what are they called? 2 pesky barrages at me, lower my anger too. At least he couldn't do any damage doing it.
So your turn.
I'm gonna. Did you pass?
I weighted clothing, actually.
I will pass.
I pass as well.
Okay, I did initiate.
Trigger Krill.
So he's going to use Krillin's level 1. Positioning drill enters combat. Now, someone who knows Krillin's level 2 a lot better than I do is going to have to answer a question for me. Do this in the comments if you can. His level 2, I thought it only pulled setups at the end of combat. I don't remember it being able to target drills, but also I don't have it in front of me right now. So I'm pretty sure pulling out that drill is legal. I just don't remember exactly what's going on here.
Yeah, you're lower half the first one.
Push a good old blue key build up into play, which is pretty sweet. He's got a second mental drill out, so there's no point in there. Okay, it looks like he's just going to go ahead and put down Nike in ball 6.
Actually, I want him then. Make it card 6.
Oh, yeah, Bulma, remember she snags one, puts it under, now you can't play those?
2 endurance.
I'm gonna pass Rejuve.
I was debating because I had
He's
clan.
going to go and pass him June. Ball 6 is not going to come out, which is actually pretty wise.
He's gonna have a sneaky sphere. He's gonna do it.
So it's awfully neat. Pretty straightforward hand, though. Pass, rejuvenate, devastating blow, and leave, what is it, weighted clothing in the discard pile. Oh, this is tempting. Mostly because I can't activate it any other way. If I can squeeze the 2 anger out of weighted clothing, offensively, I would find a way to do that. My first real blocking a little bit. And Andrew doesn't generally go in on offense, so I shouldn't expect it, but he does have a really kind of big hand for attacking. Wow. It might be the first combat he's initiated.
Recuperating lower anger 1.
Okay, he does it enter combat. He uses recuperating drill, lower my anger 1 on the enter. Fantastic. I drew a mostly dead hand. Interpretation. Oh, push my single energy block back in. Fantastic. So I should probably go ahead and use my Piccolo power at this point. Don't waste my weight of clothing, and pitch my physical block to go ahead and get the stages in the order, and then go ahead and draw another card, hopefully even out my hand. Come on, do it. Alright. Well, this confrontation leaves the game, and it's draw a card. A useless physical block. That was dumb. I could have pitched a knee block, had it in discard pile for rejuvenation, and targeted it with Namekian growth. Here's pesky barrage. Here's the beatdown. Here's where I botch it. Anything useful falls right out. So I take 6 life cards, lost in anger, lost in anger. Yeah, real smart of me. I am having a real silly time here. So I'm basically out of action at this point. I shoot it with a focus assault. It matters very little at this point. This is me thrashing, having no particular strategy or goal. And everything I've tried, I've managed to completely upend myself.
And one time,
You do have a sphere to target.
but he did. He drew more than that. Really?
And we hit time.
Sphere to target.
Oh, for rejuvenating those like fear life attack.
I think it has. No, it can be any card. You're right. It could. I will not take it.
Shot a pesky barrage, and he does. And it's 6 life cards, and you guys notice how thin my deck's getting at this point. So I take another sizable hit, and yeah, I'm out of actions. I'm stuck at level 2, 0 anger. Yeah, I this one was mine to lose, as we say. And boy, did it. Okay, he pitches blue guard for the double draw.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
How much was this?
Oh, for the single draw, he's going to go to the recuperating drill to go try to focus assault back at me, which is a neat idea. It'll be 5 life cards total, and that's that. I ran into energy blocks and was entirely as damaged, never drew one. I drew like 1 or 2 the whole game, never actually used one, So I apparently think that the barrage is done, and I do that knowing full well he's got more attacks to throw. I say he's got blue key buildup, which is probably going to kill me right here. Yeah, I didn't actually put any macro endurance. Not this game. Alright folks, so that one was mine to lose, and no one should be too surprised that I lost it.
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks.